Hey everyone, so today I'm in Nottingham and I'm looking at another part of the former Great Central Railway main line. I've got West Bridgeford a little way in that direction and I've got Wilford over there. And we're looking at a part of the Great Central Railway where the River Trent is over there, and there used to be a great big crossing along there. The line used to shoot off straight across where this pond was, and it was a huge embankment going all the way across before hitting that bridge I previously mentioned. So what I'm going to do first off is get up that embankment, hopefully get as far as the River Trent, and if not, we'll get as close as we can. Then I'm going to return to this point where this beautiful pond is and head on towards the embankment over there and take the former route as best I can. Hopefully we'll find a few little relics and, you know, get to enjoy this former track bed for what it is. Right at the base of this embankment, the sunshine is really bright, but I've got to get myself up here. Look, I think there might be a better avenue to explore, so I'm just going to run up, hopefully get us to the top. It's extremely steep and high up, and there we go, almost there, and I have made it to the top. So just a few weeks after taking a look at Will Cutting, that's about a mile south of where we are today, we're going to begin our journey having a look at the embankment which led towards the viaduct crossing the River Trent. You can see I've highlighted where the viaduct is and I'm highlighting where I've started, and if we followed that over the Trent and a little bit further north, we'd be into Nottingham. Once we've done that little bit, we'll be back to where we started and we'll pick up the embankment, the track bed, right about here. Now the tram line, the Nottingham Express Transit, runs parallel with the former track bed. I do believe at one point that this embankment was to be used for the tram line, and then later on that plan was abandoned. We'll then follow the track bed as far as we go until the tram line does in fact merge with the former track bed and completing today's journey. So I've now made it to the summit of this very high track bed of the former Great Central Railway. You can see where I've just ran up, look. Came all the way up there, and the track bed did of course come from over there. We've still got the Ironmonger's Pond situated down there, and I can see and hear a load of rugby players on the field over there. This is what greets me up top. It's a bit of a wasteland of an old track bed. Can't really see much at all, but I think there might be a way through, because what you've got to remember is that we would have met the River Trent after a short distance from this point. So I'm going to try and get myself through here and see how far I can get, see if we can find anything, and hopefully get to the River Trent itself. So let's go, come on. So a bit of a squeeze around here. That just shows you again how steep the embankment is. Look, looking down at the pond, gentlemen fishing down there, and how high up we are. I'm going to navigate my way through here and hopefully bring me out. There's some remains of ballast there, look, along the edge of the embankment. No signs of anything else rail related, nothing metal, nothing wooden, just the occasional piece of ballast and the blackened charred ground of the former track bed. So I've made it through the brambles and the bushes, and it looks like I'm losing it again. Look, we get to this point and we've come to an embankment, so I'm going to assume that this is where the overbridge for the River Trent did in fact start somewhere along here, and I'm hopefully going to look and find some clues. Now there's two different ways down which have been trodden, look, one to my left and another one to my right. So I'm going to take this one first, seeing that I'm already facing this way, and I can't see any signs of water from the river. You can see there's an angle though where the embankment does go down, and that's quite a steep drop. Actually, look, there's a bridge abutment down there, look. Let's carefully scale this without falling and get ourselves down there. There it is, look. And an old fence post as well. Let's crawl through. There we go, look. So that is a pretty big clue as to the fact that the bridge for the River Trent began somewhere down here where I am. That's great, isn't it? There's an assortment of ballast remains here as well, look. Here's a general view of that steep embankment back up. And I expect if I traverse along here a little bit, I'm not really going to find anything. Quite a lot of ballast, look, that's fell down over the years. Scattered around. But that appears to be about it. So, I'm going to see if I can get any way on the other side. Oh, I don't know how the sheep do this when they stand on an embankment sideways. They must have shorter legs on one side. Look, I'm going to see if I can get down here. And what we got here, look. Ah. Oh, look at that. So it's a nice bit of brickwork going round to suggest that, again, it was the start of the bridge over the River Trent, or it was in fact just a bridge before the River Trent. And that's looking back towards the abutment that we just found. You can see the curve of that brickwork heading on round to that. If I come out here, we may be able to get a better picture of where we are. So certainly no River Trent just there, but certainly that brickwork does indeed continue round, look, and you can see it was in fact a former, I bet it was farm access. That's what I think that's going to be. And there probably was another one on this side to keep that one company. But there is a little trodden down route following the course of the old railway. We're not going to find any remains of anything related to the track bed. And I believe that is about as far as I am able to get. So according to the maps, the river is just the other side of that, and that is the route looking back to that embankment that we've just done. So where we started over there, those curved blue bricks and the supports, that would have probably been the very first brick arch heading on over to the triple section of lattice steel parts of the viaduct before continuing on the other side, the Nottingham side of the River Trent, with some more brick arches. Right, I'm back at the base. There's the embankment just come down. Whew. So we're going to follow the course of the route over that way, where it now follows the course. You know, the tram line's right next to it. Sorry about the glare of the sun, I'll turn you around. And we'll get as far as we can towards Wilford Lane tram stop. Come on. Right, so resembling a bit of a jungle up here, I am just up on the former track bed heading towards Wilford, and you've got the tram line just down there if you can see it. That's the view back. Just after those bunches, it drops down where the tram line turns, a 90-degree turn. So what I've got to do is try and navigate this for about half a mile. We've got a housing estate down the right, the tram line to the left, and a former Great Central Railway main line, which is sadly in a bit of a forgotten state. Right, so down there, that's Vernon Avenue just over there, and you can see there's a bit of it's a bit worn down just there. Look, plenty of ballast at the top. plenty of ballast. Now I think we're going to find something pretty good around here. Just through these weeds, and there we go. Something brilliant presents itself. We've got a nice bridge, look, which is probably, this was probably former farm access, because it's not very wide, is it? You probably get some cattle through there, or a little tractor. And there it is on the opposite side, look. Little bits of ballast rolled up along the edge. Nice wrought iron lattice edges, 2 abutments on both sides. That's brilliant, isn't it? So I'm going to push on. I'm going to leave this little bridge behind. Lovely find though. I love that. Got some more of this to contend with. Let's go. Does anybody know what these are? This is about the 4th one I've seen. Right in the centre of the trackbed. Got equal distance, look, probably between this. I've seen about 4 of them now. Got a little bit of iron in the middle, and then it's concreted firmly into the ground. Still plenty of ballast down, look. Especially here. Really a lot of it. It's still very much jungle-like. Why they never go in a straight line, these paths, I never know. They always just twist and turn. Quite an open clearing just there, look. Absolutely loads of ballast scattered just about everywhere you look. Just look how deep that embankment is down there. It's absolutely phenomenal. Right near the Nottingham Emmanuel School. I think that's over there. There's a tram going past down there, so you can see where that is. We keep pushing on. It's still simple enough to get through. I've only been scratched a few times. And there's a tram going the opposite way again. I've not really seen anything like old cable carriers or foundations to signals or anything like that. I'm hoping that does change. There's another one of those square foundations just there, look. Hang on, I don't know what is over here. Hey, we've got another bridge, look. We've got another little bridge. It's very similar to the previous one, look. It's got that lattice wrought iron. You just make out the abutment there, look. And just over there, just through there, look, pretty overgrown from the other side, but it is there, look. I'll just poke the camera through and you can see it just there. I'm really happy about that. It's good that we found something else along this route, isn't it? So now we've found 2 bridges and they're in reasonably good condition. But more trackbed awaits down there. Right next to the bridge, look, there's a couple of old sleepers being used as retaining posts. If we get a little closer, you can just see where the rail chairs used to sit. Just there, look. There's the abutment on the left, just for your reference. And the other sleeper is there, look. So, as I said, let's push on. Hopefully we'll find another nugget or 2 along this amazing Great Central route. That bit was pretty atrocious. That's the worst it's been. It's down there for thorns and prickly things. Look, you can just make that out. Getting a few marks on me from it now. Things I do, eh? Not sure what else we're really gonna find around here, but I'm hoping we do. I really am. There's still plenty of ballast present, look, so that's something at least. But this is starting to look a bit, it's deteriorating quite badly now. I'm not sure if I'm really going to get out, spiky things out the other end. But I'll keep trying. This is brilliant. I found something. I've just got to try and get to it. I've put my bag down in an attempt to get through. I think maybe this way. Oh my god, the thorns are atrocious. If I can get there, it is going to, it's going to be worth it. Milepost. Look at that beauty. Isn't that amazing? Don't think I can really get around to it any better than I have. Let me try. Yeah. Just gonna go along the edge of the embankment. There it is. Look at that. That is brilliant, isn't it? Found a milepost. I didn't think I was going to get anything like that along here. That's how close we are to the tram line, look. Brilliant. Right, just as you hear that tram going past, I also believe we're almost at the point where the route does in fact meet with the Nottingham Express Transit, where the tram itself continues on the former track bed all the way towards Wilwell Cutting, which is a video I only did a few weeks ago which featured this very line just a mile or so further up between Wilford and Clifton. So really high up still, look. I have got itchy scratches galore, but I think it was worth it, wasn't it? Still loads of ballast down, look. But we're about to come to the end of our route along the former Great Central Railway. So I think the embankment is just in front of me, and I'm hoping I can find my way down. Oh, just looking there, look, you see where a bit of it's collapsed just through there, look. A bit of the embankment's given way. Still ballast on the right. There's another one of those, look. What are they all about? But the ballast is spread out quite nicely. And what I think we're going to find, if we can navigate this little section, is we're probably at the end of our journey today. My goodness, what a journey that's been. Look, clear view of the tram line down there, look. I'm actually even wondering if I've got to walk all the way back the way I've just come from. There's a tram coming just down there, look, up towards Phoenix Park. That's a sixth form college over there. And you can see here where the track bed used to be fenced off all those years ago, look. We'll see if I get to the other end and I'll speak to you there. So it's now a couple of weeks later and I've come down beside the River Trent on early wet Sunday morning because it's just too busy in the day to get down here. And this point here, that is where the free span lattice viaduct crossed the River Trent. It was, so there's brick arches on either side, it would have come across like that. And I'm going to take you down to the point where there's still a few remains of this once beautiful viaduct down beside the River Trent. So just there, look, we've got the first blue brick support. This would have been the foundation for the support of the very first steel lattice section of the bridge, or the viaduct, and it would have crossed over like that, and we were stood over on that other side where that embankment was at the very beginning of this video. I'm going to try and get some, you know, shots from the past so you can see what this looked like from this very location. And that's our view from Tollgate Bridge, spanning left to right, Nottingham left, Leicester to the right.